Good morning everyone, happy 14th of July. How are you all today? Hope you're all doing well and that you've had a really lovely day and weekend. Now, I know, I did put a little post out yesterday being Sunday, saying that there would be no video on Sunday or Monday. Sunday because I just crashed. I had a really low energy day and I went to bed quite early. You know, it was one of those days. It just wasn't. I was good for nobody, essentially. So I just gave myself the day, really. And then I figured that today being Monday, that I would feel the same for one. And for two, I am doing drop-off and pick-up for Rob. So drop-off's already done. It is 9:30. And I go to pick him up. I think I got to leave the house at 4:45. So I am working today, but I feel quite good. So I think I'm going to film some footage, and if I get enough footage for a video at the end of the day, I'm going to do you a cheeky video. That's what I've decided. So, hello everybody. Yeah, what am I doing today? Today I'm working. As I said, I've taken Rob this morning. It was quite busy driving to his work this morning. There's a village that we go through, our local village, and there's roadworks further, like there's a roundabout, there's roadworks and all that good stuff, and it was backed up quite a way today, which is fine. To be fair, last week we had it really easy, so it's quite, I can deal with the traffic, it's fine. So there was traffic, but anyway, I got to work before 8, so perfect. And I said this last week, if I can get home and start work before 8 o'clock, we're on to a winner. And I did. It was about 10 to 8. Absolutely fine. So here I am, and weirdly full of beans. So we're going to see what we can put together. I have done some crafting. I managed to sit and do some work on my Belladon sweater. I have done some work on my Christmas stocking. Again, I'll show you that later. I've not done anything on my gnome though, but I have done quite a bit of cross stitch, so that's always good. But another reason I thought I'll film today as well is because I'm going to put together the list of gnomes on my break and how many I need to make, and I figured, oh, wouldn't that be fun to share it with you when I figure out how many I've got to make? I think it's a lot, so that might kick me up the rear and get me working on the gnome. Another thing I wanted to do was there's another item that I would like to cast on. I know, what business do I have casting on more things? But as I said at the start of Vlogmas in July, I need to cast these things on, else they're never going to get done, and it's going to go, another year's going to go by and the item is still not going to be made. So today, July is the month of casting gifts and so on and so forth on. I also have a gift that I need to package up, the Dotty cardigan. With everything that happened the last 2 weeks, my mind has not been my own, essentially. So I'm just all over the shop, really. So there's a lot of things that I could have done that I haven't done, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to package that up as well today at some point, get that ready to go. It's still too early by the time I go through the village, which is where the post office is. So plan is I'm going to go on Wednesday to deliver that. I am getting spammed with messages right now. So how I'm staying on my train of thought, I have no idea. But yes, so that's the plan. Mostly working, of course, but why not, if I'm full of beans? Share the beans. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with me? Anyway, I am going to grab my cup of tea, I'm going to grab my tablet, and then I'm going to get back to work. So I'll speak to you all in a little bit. Hello everyone, I am back. I am just doing myself another cup of tea, and I'm going to make myself some lunch because it's what? 12:10. I have calculated how many gnomes I need to do, and I knew it was going to be a lot, but are you ready for the amount that I need to make? 23, of which I've made 3. So I still have 20 gnomes to make. One of them is Natalia, who is being made. So I might have to have a little rethink, because I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to make 19 full gnomes obviously Natalia is number 20. I don't think I'm going to be able to make that many for December. So I think I'm going to focus on direct family and friends first, and then expand from there if I have time. If not, then I can do the rest for next year possibly, but we'll see. Oh, 23, eh? Oof. I knew it was going to be a lot, as I said, but yeah, was not expecting that figure. Anyway, I will get to the... I've got birds staring at me. Hello. Oh. I have got some laundry on the line. A second load of laundry is in because it's gone really, really hot again today. As you can tell, I'm in a vest top. It's very hot. Anyway, I have pulled out this book. It is backwards, but it is called More Crochet Iconic Women, and it is by Carla Mitrani. There we are. This is her second book. The first book is Crochet Iconic Women, and love that book. I've made a number of dolls from that book, but as you can see, they're these really beautiful little dolls. Iconic women throughout history. I will be making this one in the bottom corner. Oh, goodness. Shall I turn you around? Hang on. Much better. So, More Crochet Iconic Women. There's 15 incredible women. As you can see, they are all here. And my plan is to make this one. This is Anne Frank. So I'm going to make this for my mum. It's a surprise thing. We were supposed to go to Amsterdam this year, but we didn't go in the end. And my intention was to get Mom to Anne Frank's house because it's in Amsterdam. But yeah, as I say, it didn't happen. But I can still make the doll. Isn't she cute? Oh, she's so sweet. So I have... While I'm discussing, how about I talk to you? So I have loads and loads of cotton, 100% cotton DK weight yarn. It's all down there at the minute, but I have loads of it because I wanted to make loads of these dolls from book 2 and book 1. This is book 2. So I'm using stash as well, which is grand. So while I'm eating my lunch, my plan is to at least get her cast on and started. Now I know. I still have Santa Claus to finish by Toft. I am partway through that one, but I'm just not feeling the wool on my hands right now. I'm going to stick with the cotton. I'm going to see how I get on, just at least casting her on, because as I say, if she's cast on, I'm more likely to pick her up. And if I can do her legs and join the legs, because you do one leg, then you do a second leg, and then you join them and continue crocheting the body. So if I can do that, then in theory, I've done the hardest part, is what I'm telling myself. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I will pick out all the yarn, as I say, finish making my lunch, finish my cuppa, and then after my lunch break, back to work. And yeah, at some point today, I will catch you up on everything else that I have done over the weekend so that you can see my progress, because I have done some work. I think the only work I've done actually is the cross stitch and my Belladon sweater, but yeah, I'll keep you updated. I've got really itchy legs, sorry. Anyway, back to making my lunch. I am back for my final check-in of today. Now, I've not had a lot of chance to do a lot of crafting today yet, but a lot of it I could show you of what I did yesterday. So my plan this evening is to sit and do a bit more crafting. I don't know how much I'm going to get done, but yeah, I'm going to try and do some more. But anyway, let's jump in to my updates. So the first one I have is this, and this is my festive stocking by Jessie Ostermiller, and it is out of this book, which is the Nightmare Before Christmas knitting book. Love this book. And the progress I have to show you will have seen some footage actually, because I filmed some footage yesterday. Obviously didn't use it because there was no video yesterday, but I thought, oh yes, I'll use it today just to give you a little bit of footage. So I did. But anyway, I did the heel on the stocking. So now most of the all the knitting on this stocking is done. I'll turn it this way around. There you are. So you can see there's the foot, I've got the toe, I've got the heel, and then there's the rest of the stocking. Now this is made in the Halloween colourway. I'm doing one in Halloween colourway and one in Christmas colourway, and they are going to be gifts for my sister, so that is really exciting. I will give it a little block just to kind of loosen that heel out a bit, but I'm really happy with it anyway. As you can see, I've got to sew some ends in. I've got to sew the loop down so that it's actually a loop. There you are. But yeah, really pleased that I did that yesterday, because it just means that that's another thing done. I do have a hole to close up. You can't really see it, but there is a hole there, so I do need to close that up, but that's fine. I was expecting that anyway. But yeah, really happy that the majority is done, and then I can start on the next one. I'm not sure if I'm going to start on the next one in July. I might do. I should do, really, shouldn't I? I might actually cast on the toe and get to the knitting in the round, because I've got a circular needle that I use for this specific project, so it makes sense to start it off on magic loop just to get it get the toe done, and then put it onto the circulars that I use for these, and then that's all set up and ready to go, and I can just plough away whenever I fancy. So that is that one. Really pleased with that. The other one, another one that I worked on yesterday, and I have actually done a little bit on it this morning, is this lovely cross stitch. So here it is. It is called, what is it called? It's called Summer Harvest, and it's a cross stitch by Letty Stitch. There you are, Letty Stitch, Summer Harvest. As you can see, it is a lovely Peter Rabbit cross stitch pattern, and this is a gift that I'm making. So I don't have a before and after, I'm afraid, but you'll just have to trust me. I've done, it's all right, I thought there was another bird on the lawn. You just have to trust me that I have done a decent amount on this. So what I've done is I have filled in this window a little bit more. I've filled in this part of the roof a little bit more. I've come down a little bit further. I've done a little bit of greenery on this side, and I've started doing these clouds on this side of the house. So it's a little bit further along, and my plan with this is to at least fill in this roof, get all the clouds in, because yeah, there's another cloud that's going to come out here, and then I'm going to do some back stitch to finish off that roof portion, because there does look a fair bit of back stitch, and I want to get ahead of myself. So if I could start finishing off this top bit as I come down, I know I haven't got to go back up and go back in and do the back stitch. At least it's already done. So that is my plan with it, but there we are, that's where I'm at. There is a little bit at the bottom just to give you an idea of how big the piece is going to be. This is a pumpkin. Don't know why I started at the bottom, but I did, and then decided to go up to the top and work on the top. Logic, hey? But there we go, that's the size of it, and again, that is the pattern. So really happy that I've actually picked it up and done a bit more work on it. So that is that one. The next one that I have to show you is the one that I can't put down. It is the beautiful Belladonna sweater by Along Avec Anna, and as you can see, where is the stitch marker? Here we are. That's where I got to when I showed you last. I've done, let me pull it up that way, I've done a fair amount more on it. This is the back and this is the front. So the back had short row shaping just to make it a bit longer, but there it is. I love it. I haven't put it on a barber cord yet and tried it on, so perhaps that is something I will do tonight, just to make sure that I am happy with it. I am assuming it's going to be fine, but yeah, there it is. I am loving it. I was half tempted actually to do some videos for you because I keep frogging back, and I've come up with a technique on how to frog back brioche. So I don't know if that would be useful, but I can do a little video on that just to show you my excitement of what I discovered. But yeah, loving this project so much, and I love this colour as well. It's just so rich and vibrant, and it's going to be such a lovely sweater to wear, especially in the festive period. It's definitely going to be replacing that sweater very, very nicely. For those who don't know, this is to replace a sweater that I loved, and I got rid of it because it just wasn't fit for purpose anymore. And I thought I'll buy some yarn, find a nice pattern, and I'll make a nice new sweater, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, really happy with it. But yeah, it's far too warm to wear it right now, but I am loving it. So that is the Belladonna sweater by Along Avec Anna, and that's where I'm at with it. Right, let me move that out the way. Right, the final thing I have to show you is a cheeky cast on. Now, you will have seen the footage of me working on a part of it, but it is out of this lovely book, The More Crochet Iconic Women. You have just heard me talk about this, and I am making this doll here. If I open up, actually, I can show you the bigger picture. There we are. It is Anne Frank. Lovely, lovely. So that is the one I am making, and as always, I love it. I have made one leg. There you are, one leg. And you will have seen me working on the other leg. So that was my lunchtime work. Not a lot, I know, but there you go. That's what I've been working on. I really, really enjoy this. I am using a 2.5mm hook, and I am using this yarn, which is Paint Box Yarns Cotton DK, in various colorways. So I've got pure black here, I've got paper white, and for the skin tone I'm using light caramel. So those are the colours that I'm using at the minute. But then she does have a lovely grey skirt, which is apparently in 2 different shades of grey. I've got 3 because I wasn't sure which ones to choose. I think I know which ones I'm using, but we'll see. And then black for her hair. She's got a nice little tie in her hair as well by the looks of it. And I'll also have to dig out my safety eyes because I can't remember where I put them. I think they're on my craft trolley, which is just over there. So we shall discover this later, I'm sure. Right, what else do I have for you? I think that is it in terms of everything. It's warm again, so I may have to revert to the vest top. It started raining a little bit earlier, so I had to get my laundry in. The birds are loving it outside. I put some water out for them, and they're really enjoying it. It's quite nice to see. They're still grumpy about the food situation because I've still not put any more seeds out. I don't want them to become reliant on me putting seeds out, you know. So yeah, that is that. Right, okay, so tomorrow I am intending to put out a video, as I said yesterday in my community post. I did put a post out to say that there wasn't going to be a video. I've just realised my headphones are about to give up on me, so I better hurry this up. So tomorrow again I'm working, so I'll be taking Rob to work in the morning, and then I'll be working as soon as I get home until about 4 o'clock. I don't know in terms of picking him up yet because a couple of the people at work that give him lifts are on holiday at the minute, so we won't know until tomorrow if he's getting a lift. If he's getting a lift, there might be a very, very short check-in tomorrow, but if he's not, I might be able to do a slightly longer check-in. We'll see how it goes. And then Wednesday is my flexi day, so I'm trying to think. I think I've got a quieter day on Wednesday, so I should be able to do a couple of crafty things. I should be able to get out for a walk as well if it's not raining. If it is raining, I'll probably go out anyway, but I might not film a video. We'll see. And then Thursday there won't be a video because I am at a funeral. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a weird week. But yeah, we do have a bit of excitement the weekend actually, because we're going to the Air Tattoo on Sunday. I've never driven there on my own before. I've driven to Bath before, and it's kind of in similar direction if I remember correctly. Oh dear. But I know we drive past the diner that me and my friend stopped off at when we were on our way to Bath. we stopped off at this diner, fantastic diner. Can't remember the name of it, but it's fantastic, and it's on the way to Bath. And also the air tattoo, which is in Fairford. So really looking forward to that, because there's going to be some real good things going up and really good static display. It's raining again. Fabulous. Right, okay, so I think that's my cue. I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed today. Surprise once again. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. I hope you've been working on some really, really lovely projects. I hope you've not been too hot as well, because it has been a bit relentless here in the UK. So if you've had a heat wave elsewhere, I imagine you had the same. So thank you so much for watching as always. Again, hope you have a fantastic rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.